founder and CEO of Circadian Intimates, a lingerie boutique here in Kansas City that specializes in bra fittings. And every once in a while, we meet someone special in the Kansas City area that's doing something amazing for the community and really helps support our women. So today we have Meredith Hauck from the House of Color here in Kansas City. And we're going to talk to her a little bit about House of Color, what they're doing with women, how she got started, and where she sees some things going in the Kansas City Metro. So let's start there. Why don't we start with, tell us a little bit about what is House of Color?
Yeah, great question. So House of Color is a system and a business that helps you figure out your best colors and your best styles. So we work with men, women, kids, to help dial in the colors that really make you shine, and then we figure out the style silhouettes that work best for you, your overall style vibe, things like that.
Mm-hmm. So how do women, let me rephrase that question. What are women like when they first come in?
So normally when women come in, they're just ready for answers. They've been struggling for a while, not knowing what colors look best on them, and this is very popular like online and on TikTok right now. So there are lots of like DIY things that you can try. But you get into it and you get a little bit confused. It's hard to know what your main color is. It's hard to see it on yourself. So folks usually come to me and they're like, can you just help me figure this out for once and for all? And that's kind of how I came into House of Color. So I love helping people like figure out their formula so that they can like get on with their life and start thinking about that like other important things they have to do.
Everything you just described is the exact same thing that we experience here.
Yes,
like literally.
Yes.
Women are in and like, just
give me my answer.
Bra problem. I just want this bra problem solved.
Yeah.
And it's the same. Like I'm fed up. I'm tired. I need something new.
Yeah.
I need something fresh that feels great.
Yes.
So okay. So now you can see why we are really interested in Meredith and what she's doing here in Kansas City.
Yeah.
So how do those people find you?
So it's like one of two ways. So because it's really popular on social media right now, I get a lot of people who are like, I've been down this rabbit hole on TikTok and now I need to see it for myself. But most common actually is people who get referred to us by our other clients. Mm-hmm. So I usually see like one person in a group of friends or the family, and then I'll see like everybody else. So all their friends come through, all their family members come through. So it's actually one of my favorite parts of the work is I get to meet everybody's people. So it's fun to find the communities and to kind of teach this shared language amongst friends and family members.
What happens in a color session?
Yeah. So in a color session, we go through basically a little science experiment to see what colors look best on you. So in the House of Color system, we use a color wheel that assigns 2 characteristics to every color in the universe. So colors are either warm and cool, or they're either bright or blended. And so the process that we take you through figures out, do the warm colors look better, do the cool colors look better, do the bright colors look better, or do the blended colors look better. But that's only like one part of the appointment is figuring out your season. Then you actually have to learn what to do with it, right? So especially for women, we talk about your best makeup colors, and then we actually go color by color and talk about how you wear it best. So even if you and I have the same season, like we might wow in different places in that season. So it becomes a really like customized, personalized experience for you.
And have you gotten to a point where you can see a woman on the street and just know?
No.
Oh, really?
So they actually, like, it's really important for us that we don't do that. So, like, I can notice sometimes that I'm like, oh, I'm really noticing that shirt color versus your face or something like that. But we try really hard not to make judgments of what folks are wearing because we want the process to actually take us through, the equation and to really think about, like, is your hair dyed and is that impacting things? Do you have a tan right now or not? Do you have fake tan on? Do you have fake eyelashes on? All of those things can kind of tweak the results. So we try to really, like, keep it a science experiment, not let our personal judgments play into it.
Yeah. I feel like that's now the opposite
Yes.
of what we do because I can see women on the streets and I'm immediately like,
oh, we could do better.
Yes. I know what's happening. I know what your size is. Come in.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So something you just said, I want to dig into a little bit.
Okay.
Shirt color.
Yes.
So when you're doing a color analysis, is the idea that you're going to walk away and you're going to learn how to accentuate a certain feature, or like I'm seeing your color, I'm now focusing on your face,
Yes.
as opposed to anything else.
Yeah. So the purpose is to draw the attention back up to your face. So we want to put you in colors that are complementing your natural coloring versus colors that are fighting against it. So sometimes we get compliments and people are like, oh, I really love color on you, and they're seeing the shirt color. They're not seeing like, oh, your face has a nice glow to it, or it looks like you got a little facelift, or you're wearing makeup when you're not, something like that. So we want to pull the focus back up to the face versus having it like focused on any one spot on your body in particular.
Yeah. What's the best compliment a woman has gotten after going through the transformation?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Gosh, so one comes to mind. It was very sweet. It was a woman who came in and she didn't wear makeup most of her life, and so we do 90-second makeup in House of Color because we want to make you look like you. So we want to accentuate your natural colors versus like covering everything up. And so she was a little nervous to go home to her family with that full face of makeup on and be like, she's like, oh man, this is gonna be so different. And she texted me afterwards and she's like, they just could not stop gushing about how like I had a glow, that I still looked like mom, but just like the best version of mom. And she's like, my husband even was like so complimentary. And she's like, I just didn't realize that that little tweak, like a little mascara, a little of the right lip gloss would make such a big difference for me. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That is so awesome.
It is. Yeah.
How long does it take to do one of these sessions?
Yeah, so color analysis takes about 2 hours to do. So it's an in-person process, and we are putting drapes on you. We're talking through how the colors look. We're doing the full education process together. So it's about 2 hours per person, and we do groups. We have people come individually, or sometimes with friends or family members. And then style analysis is a little more complicated. So we do a full like data collection portion of the appointment, and then we do all your results and custom recommendations. So that can take anywhere between like 3 and 4 hours to get through.
So private parties, like I could see this as like girls' night out, get a couple of your friends, and do you do things like that?
Yeah, so we do like group parties. We typically host them at our studios because we have all of the supplies that we need and everything like that. And the one like, I don't know, kickers has to be done during the daytime because we need natural lighting for the process. We don't do girls' nights, but we do lots of like Saturday girls' days events, things like that. So yeah, it's a ton of fun to have people in for bachelorette parties or if your friends are in town, and we would love to host the event for you. Yeah.
How did you get into this?
Oh yes. So before all of this, I was in city management, so much different than like the style and fashion industry. Yeah. So I was in city management, and I would see myself on TV and in the newspaper all the time. And in city council meetings, they sit on the floor and shoot up at you, so they're never flattering. But I was a young woman in a leadership position, and I would just see these photos, and I would think, I don't know if you're telling the story of who you are very well for your appearance. Like, is that doing everything it could do for you? So then I saw a friend. She came in to a meeting. She had a bright red suit on, and I was like, what happened here? Who are you? When did this happen? And she told me about House of Color, and I was like, done, I'm in. So I booked an appointment for my mom and I. We went through it together. Then I made all my girlfriends do it. And then I had a chance to kind of do something different with my career. So I decided I love it so much. It's made such an impact in my life, and I'm just going to go all in. Yeah, so I'm on year number 4 now.
And this is a full-time job.
It is. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
How did you know it was time to totally leave management in a city municipality to do this? Because that's a big risk.
It is.
Taking a big risk. You're taking on a lot.
Yeah. Well, I think that for me, it was risky. I don't mind taking risks. So I have that in my personality as well. But I just really, I knew the impact it had for me, and I have always been huge into helping women kind of achieve their goals and get to where they want to be in life and in their career. And I thought this is the missing piece of the equation for so many people. And I have so many people who come in, they're like, oh, I'm not fashionable, I don't do trends well. I'm like, it's not about that at all. It's about how do I help you look like yourself? And how do you walk into a room and feel confident, and you're not like hiding and fidgeting with your clothes? You just have that like presence, like this is me, this is what I look good in, and now I can get out there and like do the work that I've been put here to do.
This is why I love you and everything you're doing.
Likewise.
Yes, this is. Oh man, I give the structural support, and you provide.
Yes, exactly. And so that's why we were so excited to work with you too, because what we know is like style starts with a great foundation. And so many women come in and they're like, I have a complicated bra size, or people haven't been able to help me, and I'm like, I can help you figure out this portion of your equation too. You just need to go here and see my friend Emily.
Exactly. I mean, just yesterday, I had a mother-daughter come in.
Yeah.
Mom's totally different size from daughter. She doesn't understand what her daughter's going through.
Yeah.
And so we went through a full fitting process and talked about why bras are marketed to women the way they are, how they should feel lot of ways that I get moms bringing their daughters in, because if you've got someone who's like really full chested when she's young, she's going to go through so much of her life and so much pain and like trying to hide herself.
Yeah.
And no, none of us should ever have to hide ourselves.
No. Once you start doing that, it's hard to undo it later.
Yes. And these are our bodies. This is what we're made and born with, and you gotta embrace it.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't get to choose this hair color. It just
it looks
happens.
gorgeous on you.
Right? So I'm a big fan and proponent of this is who we are.
Yep.
Just embrace it and make the most of it. And I feel like every time I can spot someone that finds something that feels great on them, or they've come out of new haircut, new face, new wardrobe, whatever it is, there's just like an extra piece of like inner confidence that comes with it.
There is.
And those little micro experiences in life are what builds character and like turns you into like, this is the woman you want to be. This is who I want to be. So I'm a big fan of all of these types of things.
No, I love it. And I love any place that's really helping people feel comfortable in their bodies just as it is today. So like I'm a size like 14, 16. I've been in this range my entire life. I beat stage 4 cancer last year.
What?
I had to relearn how to walk after all of that. So like my body has been through some stuff. And I know, even with the work that I do, I know how easy it is to start hiding and to start thinking like, I don't really want people to see me, or I can't do the things I used to be able to do, or I'm not the size that maybe I want to be for whatever reason. And I'm like, yeah, there's a time and a place for that. That's not how, I don't want to go through life like that every single day. I want you to come in and I want to show you that just how you are today, just how your body looks today, like you are beautiful and you can go out into the world and have the confidence to just like rock it.
If you had to go back to your 12-year-old self.
Oh gosh.
I have a 12-year-old daughter, right?
Yes.
She just turned 13.
Yeah.
And I watch her and I can like, it's like she's me, and there's so many things where I'm like, oh honey, I just want to tell you this, and I can't tell it to you because you're not gonna. What would you have told yourself?
You know, I think I would have told myself to pay attention more closely to the things that really make me feel good, and do more of that, and not worry so much about what other people thought about it. And you know, you think about fashion and trends in particular, and you know, it's like skinny jeans or no skinny jeans, socks or no socks, things like that. And like fashion is always going to tell you what's trendy and in style. And I wish I would have just detached from that a little bit earlier in life and been like, no, this is what looks good on me, and like good for you. This is what I need instead. Yeah. Which I know is so hard to do. Even as a 40-year-old, it's hard to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always think about, I feel like in hindsight, if I have to go backwards and look at every decision, every thought I had, I always really knew who I was at the core.
Yeah.
You know who you are, but you're so afraid to like let it out and just embrace it. Yeah. And I think if I would have embraced who I was, you know, earlier, a part of me thinks I could have just accelerated what I wanted to do so much faster.
I think so too. And that was, you know, why I got into this, because I'm like, I don't have time to think about this all the time. I just need to stick the landing there because I have other things that need my time and attention. And can you imagine not going through your 20s, you know, like worried about what your body looked like, how much time that would have created for you in life, or any other decade, let's just be honest. But you know, it's just nice to be able to know what works, to have a bra that fits, to have jeans that look good on you, to know the lipstick color that's really going to pull you into focus. Like you can just get on with it. So it becomes this really like freeing, fun piece of information that just makes getting through the day a little bit easier.
So if somebody wants to schedule a color consultation, how do they do it? Where do they go?
Yeah, so you can go to our website. It's hockansascity.com. So we have 4 consultants in the Kansas City area. There's me, there's Tiffany, Linda, and Lori, and I like to say we're all amazing. We would all love to see you. So our calendars are open, and you can just go to our website.
Thank you so